All right, this mashup comes to you from Norway, where I get to look over one of the beautiful fjords here, just a little bit outside of Oslo. So this week is all about keeping up with your content. I have talked about that in the past, where it's difficult sometimes to keep up with the videos and to keep up with content. For me, I travel quite a bit. I've got family, I'm sure like you do as well. And it's hard to keep up with this, but is it worth it? Well, three really cool things happened to me this week that made me realize, yes, it's absolutely worth it. And the first one was uh, getting to meet a lady for the first time. As I met her, she was like, "Oh, I know you." And I was like, "Uh-oh," like, I had that horrible moment when you think you forgot meeting somebody. And she's like, "No, no, no, I've been watching your mashups." And I thought that was so cool. She's in Norway. Like, I'd never met her before, and she was watching my stuff. And that's great. So, very cool moment for me. Second, then I had taught a class here in Norway a few months ago, and of course you always wonder if some of your information sticks. And when I saw a lady the other day, and the first thing out of her mouth was a comment about a piece of the content and a little bit of a joke, something that I talk about during one of the classes, and that was awesome. And the third thing is I had another client who was actually in the States but called me while I was here and asked me to send over one of my slides because he'd been talking to all of his friends about one of the things that I taught. So is the content important? Yes. Is it difficult to make it happen every single week? Absolutely, I can attest to that, but it's absolutely worth doing. So if you're thinking about getting into creating videos like this, doing some sort of content, sharing your thoughts, do it. If you're struggling with keeping up with it, just power through it. I don't have like a really great tip other than just, make a schedule and try to stick to it as best as you can, travel or not. So thanks so much for joining me this week, and I'll see you soon.